Hello, hello, hello. Hi,
Hello.
Chris.
Hi.
Oh boy, another one of them deals. Yeah, so I have no idea what happened. I hit the live button, showed that we went live, but we weren't showing up anywhere else that we had gone live.
Oof.
Yeah, so I had to go into damage control, sort of.
Damage control mode.
Yeah, gotta
Yep.
do it every now and then. It's not fun. Still working on getting this thing shared out. So take a minute or two before we finally start getting people in the audience. Um, but we can just go on ahead and get started. What say you, Chris?
I'm up for it if you are.
All right, I'm ready to go. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition to the 13th Dimension, um, sixth season, episode number 4. So,
Wow.
yeah. Um,
Dang, I was hoping to be episode 7 so I could do the 6-7 thing.
This is actually total episode number 112. Hi,
Wow.
Kate.
Hi, Kate. Is
Yeah,
that Kate? That's. Yep. Hi, Kate.
yeah, that's Kate. It's like when she's on one page, she's under I should go outside more. When she's on another page, it's under her name. Um, not sure why that is or how that even happens.
No clue. But here we are.
Yep, here we are. All right, so let's go ahead and get started because we only got an hour. Um, Chris, we have known each other for several years
Yep.
now.
3.
Um, and suffice to say that we have more than just a paranormal in common, which is actually refreshing to me
Yeah.
um, because I like to do other things besides the paranormal, which I don't hardly like to do that much anymore. Uh, but today we are going to stick to paranormal because we never really get to talk all that much about that. Most of our conversations seem to revolve around wrestling, which um, I actually kind of prefer. Uh,
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing
nope,
wrong with.
not at all. Especially since I grew up with it. I'm sure you did too.
Yep. About 4th grade started watching it. So,
Oh, that was before me. I was in the fifth grade when I started watching.
and I'm a few years older than you, I think. So, yeah.
I'm 40. How old are you? I'm 45.
52.
Oh yeah, you hell, you started before WrestleMania, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I got started, they were getting ready to go into WrestleMania 8.
Wow. Okay, that's
So
correct. Yeah, the coma thing. Yep.
yeah, that was a
February.
scary thing.
Yeah, that was scary and creepy and had an experience during that we can talk about at some point if we get to it.
Well, actually, since it has been brought up, I do have one question about that,
Yes.
about the coma itself. When you were in it, were you conscious at all? Were you aware of any time going by, or was it as simple as you shut your eyes and then when you woke up, it just happened to be what 4 days later?
Yeah, 4.5. Or it was Monday at lunch when I don't even recall passing out. I don't recall anything, and then I woke up Thursday mid afternoon, late afternoon. Although evidently I was calling for people and saying things during it. So, but I recall nothing. I knew time had passed. I did not know how much time had passed when I woke up.
So
But
it
it
was
was,
basically Shut
It
you
felt
off,
like I
open
had to
it back
shut me.
up.
And when I first woke up and could remember waking up, because they claimed I'd woke up a few other times and was like, but, but the first time I remember waking up, you know what a 20-sided dice looks like, right?
A what?
A 20-sided dice for like role playing games.
Oh, not 20 sides, but I've seen multiple sided
Yeah,
dice.
okay, multiple sided dice. Basically, it was that filling the complete room,
Yeah.
all black, just black hexagonal looking things filling the room, and I was strapped down because evidently I'd been trying to kick and punch, and so I was trying to kick and punch those and yell and
Wha-
scream, and that was the first thing I remember. And then I passed back out, and I woke up the next morning.
Wow. So you had no clue.
Yeah, I had no clue even what happened, honestly, until they told me, and blood sugars, and then it was another 3.5 days, I think, 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday night, they moved me into a normal recovery room.
But you were, yeah, you were in there for quite a while.
Yeah, over, I think it was 10.5 days, because it was Wednesday. It was
Hey,
Wednesday about noon when I finally got to go home. And I just say that I think they keep you that extra half day so they can charge my insurance a little bit extra. But I say that jokingly, not jokingly, because every time I've ended up in the hospital, I've always had to stay till noon. It seems like, and I'm always like, it's all I can think of for an explanation. So
actually, I can give you a little insight on that because when I was in the hospital, I was set to go home like early in the morning,
yeah,
10 o'clock. It ended up being, I want to say 4,
yeah,
and it was basically them getting the paperwork done and making
yeah.
sure that the insurance had stuff on their end taken care of before the hospital could let me go.
No, absolutely, and you're correct. I'm just making a joke about it, but yeah, that's what I always just say. Like they just want an extra $5,000 from me. That was an expensive stay, by the way. I won't get into that, but
Usually, the insurance company would be anxious to get you out of the hospital so they
yeah,
can.
yeah. The hospital billed the insurance is what I'm talking about there. But yeah,
Yeah, and it's amazing how much they charge on these insurance bills.
oh, they're crazy. I won't get into exact specifications because that's personal, but don't get drip bags unless you have to. That's all I'm gonna say. Any kind of drip bag, they're over 3 grand a bag. But
Well, I can about imagine because I had gotten the like quarterly statements of what they paid. So
yeah, so we both know, and yeah, so that's the physical part of it, and so yeah,
we both know we've had our fun.
yeah, we've had our fun in the hospital.
Yeah, uh,
I've stayed there a few times, a couple times, once because of my chest condition and once because of this. So I
wow.
stayed there twice and almost stayed in the hospital overnight because of the building behind me too. But that's another story as well that I can tell in a minute if you want. But
It, well, tell me this. The moment you get home from staying at the hospital, does it seem like immediately you start feeling 90% better just walking in the house?
I felt good. My dogs almost didn't recognize me. They like growled and barked at me. And that was kind of like, oh, but once they recognized me, yeah, I was better. I felt better getting home. I really did. It was hard getting home, but I felt better getting home.
Yeah.
So they told me because the hospital ended up, I got a hospital a quarter mile away, but I live like in a small town, so they had to transport me to a hospital 2 hours away.
Oh,
So it's not like, like, and I'm not trying to put down any of the towns, but it's not like Chicago or any decent town where, it's a 20, 30-minute drive in your home. It was a 2+ hour drive home.
so basically, probably your hospital isn't equipped to handle certain things.
Yeah, it can do most things, but yeah, And I'm glad my mom was home eating with me that day, by the way, or I probably wouldn't be here right now. But
That's always a good thing.
I remembered stabbing my food and taking a bite. Not even taking a bite, stabbing it to eat it. We were having a kielbasa. You know what that is, right? Like sausage. And I
I
remember stabbing it, and that's the last thing I remember. And then I woke up 4 days
Oh,
later.
so you were home when this happened.
Yeah, I was at home. We were getting ready to eat lunch, literally.
Okay. I was thinking that you were at work when this
No,
happened.
I was at home. I was actually off work that day, thank God, because I was driving at the time, and I would have been on the road roughly the time that happened. I would have been driving literally down the highway when that happens. That would have been the time that would have happened.
Yeah, that would not have been a good thing.
No, that would have been shitty because I probably would have been going about 73 miles an hour. That's what I set my speedometer to when I did that stuff. So
Yeah.
I would have been going about 73, probably right around the corner. You don't know what that is, but there's a in the highway. There's one point where it takes almost a L shape, and I would have been right about there. I'm always there right about noon.
Oh, we got some roads around here like that. They got that quick turn, and
Yeah,
you don't see that yellow sign with the big arrow on it until you're right there.
yep. It splits. The road goes like this, and then it splits into like 4 lanes, and then it curves. So there's two coming this way, and anyway, I would have been right about at that point when that happened if I had been working that day. But I was at home, luckily, because I wouldn't have had that wreck. Plus, yeah, just
So
yeah,
you were really lucky it happened where it did. Otherwise, you probably we wouldn't be having this conversation.
right, right.
Wow.
And there wouldn't have been Nick Standard Time wouldn't have been invented because I said that after that.
Yeah,
But
that's
and since we're talking about my coma, real quick, one time I just want to tell you my paranormal thing about that real quick since we got
yeah.
into it. I don't remember what night it was, but it was when I was in the recovery room. I had a nurse come in and tell me it's time to prep you for your blood work. A female nurse. I was like, okay, cool. We chatted for about 30 seconds. Nothing, it's typical of how a nurse chats with you. How you doing? Are you going to the blah, blah, blah. She's like, I'll be right back with the stuff. She left, never came back. About 45 minutes, my regular nurse, a guy, shows up. I was like, oh, what happened to the female nurse? We don't have a female nurse. It was a ghost. It was a spirit. He's like, other people have asked me about that too. So literally was getting ready to prep me. Had the little thing on my finger, and the ghost put a little finger thing on my finger. Nothing physical, but like walked over to my hand and touched it and put something on it. Like it
So
felt
you
like,
actually felt.
yeah, it felt like they put the little thing on my finger because that's where they were taking the blood from. Was right in some food, so I could like feel that. And then I was like, oh, what happened to her? Because of course, I'm drugged and out of it at the time anyway. So still. And I was like, what happened to her? And then they told me that. And I was like, whoa. So it could have been my hallucination, but I guarantee it wasn't nothing from the TV. The TV was on like Shark Tank channel. So whatever channel that was, because I couldn't figure out how to change channels to anything decent there. So that's my paranormal I know about experience. I'm not sure if I crossed over and came back. I don't know how people know that, but
Usually, they talk about seeing this
immense light.
blinding light that they go into, and then talking to somebody sometimes.
Yeah.
And then there's like a message like, you're not done, or you're going back, or you still have more work to do, something like that.
Yeah. And I never had any of that. Of course, I did see all that darkness. So maybe I went the other side. I don't know.
Well, did anybody ever say if your heart stopped?
um, I think it did a few times. Not for long periods of time. Not enough for them ever to really, really freak out. I
No.
had just to make it clear, I had a diabetic seizure/coma. So all my stuff was pretty much sugar related. Plus, I have epilepsy too. So, which I haven't had a seizure since I was like 16.
Okay.
So I mean, again, I said I was 52 at the beginning, so almost 40 years, 36 years since I've had a seizure. And so that was my first seizure slash and then coma. So, and I got a stent in my heart tube. And again, I don't mean to get into all my personal stuff, but and I don't remember any of that happening. So,
You can get as personal as you want on here. This is your show.
well,
So
that
anything that you feel comfortable putting out there for the audience to listen to, you're more than welcome to mention it.
time slip. What do you mean time slip, Kate? Like my forgotten time, or
I
like
I
the ghost, the female ghost that I saw, maybe?
think that's what she's talking about, a time slip. The when I think about a time slip, I think about oh, what's their name? Benny. The first people that reported that they were abducted back
Oh,
in the 60s. That
Benny and Betty Hill,
yes,
the UFOs.
yeah.
Yeah,
Whenever I think about that, I think about them. Though
yeah,
I can, oh, I keep thinking Benny Hill, but whenever I think of Benny Hill, I think about that comedian.
yeah. I hear the music in my head every time I say that name.
I
And
can
the
see
fast little.
I can see the videos.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah, so I keep thinking, yeah, that's not his name because that's the comedian's name. And oh wait a minute, that is his name. Uh, so she, yeah, the female ghost. She's tending to a patient in a. Oh, so not at okay. Not. I don't think that's a ton. Well,
I get what she's saying, though. I get what she's saying.
it's almost like she's describing a residual ghost, but this one there reacted or interacted with you, right?
Yeah, this one actually like put the thing on my, not literally, but
Yeah.
stamp
So
on my.
maybe not a residual, but somebody who thinks she is in her time, but she actually sees you.
Yeah, or it could be. And it's just I don't know. I've heard the theory, and I kind of believe it. They're dimensional, like it's a dimension kind of blending, and
Yeah,
so
could be that too.
the multiverse thing. Whichever way you want to look at it, I think it was a spirit of some kind.
Um, it's amazing how many people will have experiences in hospitals.
Yeah,
Um,
and
I
that's
had one,
yeah,
not quite like yours. Mine was more just auditory. I heard voices in my room, and it wasn't voices coming in from the hall either.
yeah, yeah.
Barney Hill, Barney Hill.
Barney, thank you.
Yeah, I knew it couldn't be Benny.
I knew it wasn't Benny either. I was thinking Betty and Barney, and I was combining the two into Benny. I think is what I was doing.
So yeah, it's amazing how many people have experiences in the hospital. Not just like what you and I had, but also those with the near death experiences and what they experienced through
Hey,
that.
Nick.
Hey Nick, we were just talking crap about you.
Hey, you're right on time by your time, Nick.
That's the crap we're talking about.
So I
Um,
just I want to point this out about the hospital. I just found it funny. Nothing paranormal here. I just found it funny. While I was in ICU, laying there, could barely move, learning to get my legs back, they're like, "Want to take a shower?" Sure. I know the bathroom's right over there. I've seen my family while they were there go to the bathroom right there. Like literally, you know what I'm talking about. Anybody that's been in the hospital, the bathroom's right there.
yeah,
So I was like, "Sure, I'll take a shower." Okay, so they leave me out in the hall and down like 50 feet and then 10 feet to the left. I'm like, what the heck? I can barely walk. I get in my recovery room where I'm in better shape. I can walk a little more. And they're like, want to take a shower? Sure. And it's the one that's literally like right there. And I'm like, when I need to be close, I have to walk 70 feet. When I don't need to be close, I'm 5 feet from the damn thing. And I just kind of laugh and it's like backwards to me.
that's
And Nick is in the background. This is how we met, y'all. Me and Nick and
yeah,
Jen.
that's how it goes sometimes. Um, let's start at the very beginning here, even though we are practically 20 minutes into the show.
20 minutes. Yeah, I can.
But we had a good opener there.
Yeah.
We had a good opener there. Um, what got you into the paranormal? What piqued your interest in it?
Okay. Well, I know it sounds kind of stupid, but as a kid, nothing really. You know, a lot of people say as a kid I had this. Nothing. Um, when we got a little bit older and into um, college, I was spending the night out at the dorms out here, and anytime I did, I could hear, because there wasn't very many people there at the time. I could hear a door open and shut and slam, and I'd peek out in the hall. Nobody would be there, so I'm like, jokingly, I'd be like, "This place is haunted," and I mentioned it to the whatever he's called, janitor. I forget what they're called now, but janitor, and he said, "Oh yeah, there's 2 or 3 ghosts in here." I work there now, and they said those ghosts there now too. But anyway, that kind of went by, and I was kind of like, "Oh, cool, that'd be something fun to check out sometime." As a passing hobby, I wasn't into it then. I didn't have equipment. I didn't blah blah blah. It'd be something to check out. Kind of spaced it. I mentioned it to somebody at work. They're like, "Well, let's go do something." Pulled out a phone. They had the ghost radar. I know. Never worked, never worked. But one time with
You
him,
heard me talk about those things more than once.
yeah, those phone apps are crap in general. But one time I asked it, "Hey, if you want my friend, if you want him out of this room, bleep red 3 times." And it did. So I turned to him and said, "Get the hell out of the room." And boom. So that kind of peaked it a little bit. And then my uncle started doing it, and I started doing it more serious with him. Um, he has since passed away, but I kind of carried on for him. And then to put a neat little bow on how we met, because I kind of died and kind of did a thing here or there, nothing serious. I uh, I have a friend, a classmate, who's a psychic medium. You go with that way you want. She told me some things I didn't even know, and I had to ask my mom about to confirm them. So anyway, we were supposed to meet at Cripple Creek. Did not meet at Cripple Creek. She backed out at the last minute. She said, "But I got a friend going there named Sean Crochet. You can hook up with Sean for the day or the night or the next couple of days." I don't know if you know who Sean Crochet is.
I don't know the name.
Okay, it'll wrap up here in a minute. So I added him on Facebook. Saw him doing a couple things. He's also a medium. He was in the Army, I believe, or the Air Force. And so about 3 years later, I see him post a thing, big event called Mayhem at the Abbey. I went. I met Dennis. I started going to the Abbey a lot more.
So
I
that's
started
how you
this
became.
stuff, and I met you guys, and I started exploring at the Abbey, and through the Abbey, met a lot of people, and started exploring in different places, and yes, most phone apps are stupid and flashy and stuff. So that puts a big bow on how I met all you guys, and I met all you guys by jump scaring Nick, by the way. And if I would have known he was going
That
to be
was a
on, I
fun
would
show
have
we did.
video.
That show was so much fun,
Yes.
and the best one of them all was he's like, "Okay, give me one of your scares, give me one of your scares," and then you changed it up on him by using a different sound and still scared.
And I think Adrian got on one of them too. I think I got Adrian on one of them too, actually. But
You did a couple of them actually.
they're all on his YouTube page. You just have to dig through them and find them, or his Twitch page. And so I didn't know I was going to bring that up, but yeah, it's kind of hard to find. But I've sent it to Nick a few times, and so
How how are we not going to get into that conversation?
right,
That's how we met.
right. I know that's exactly how we met on the floor that's dark right there. Actually, right there, because there's the balcony that sits outside the command center,
Yeah.
halfway down. If you look behind me, yeah.
I'm trying to remember because can't see the center of it. I remember the door that we use mostly to get in and out, except for when we were doing the equipment.
That
Okay, yeah,
door?
that's the one that we would go into to do the day tour with Dennis.
Yeah.
Well, no, not Dennis, but the other guy. That was another Sean.
Yeah. There was Sean Cruchet. There's another Sean. There's John. Yeah, there was a couple of them anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, the one Sean. I don't remember his last name. I'm pretty sure it's not that last name.
Was he bald?
Uh, I think so.
Maybe Crusha is how it's spelt for you. And so,
I don't know.
anyway,
He was the one that took us around the building and told us the stories of the building.
yeah.
Um, but that was the door that we went into at first, and then when we started doing the equipment, we were towards where they had that great big. It's
The, li- the library area.
like yeah, like a library or a cafe or cafeteria area.
Yeah, if you look, well, I'm pointing the wrong side, but
Yeah, it would
back
have.
there, I can't get it with my right back here,
Yeah,
here, right beside my arm
yeah,
is the library.
it would have been way down that way.
Yeah, way down that way. That's like 100,000 square foot area, you guys. Plus,
Yeah, it's a big, big building, and actually, right there, um, has that. It's not a staircase, but a like a ramp
ramps all the way up. Yep,
to be able to get up to the different floors.
yep. I got
Yeah,
taken out on those. I got taken out on a stretcher down the
yeah.
ramp. So because my blood sugar spiked and I passed out.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and they checked it and it was 300 something. They get off campus and check it again, and it was down to like 138.
It dropped that quick.
It dropped that quick. So, and one of the guys there that was with me was a paramedic slash captain on a fire team back in Boston. I still say he saved my life because he's the one that got me going and said, "Hey, no," and called, and he snapped right into EMT mode and medic mode, and so I'm like, he's the dude that saved my life. Shout out to you, Wanty, if you're watching, Garrett Wanty. If you're not, you're going to be because I'm going to send this to you. But yeah, he said he saw something and heard something. I can have him send you the video. I wish I had it, but he has a little video where it says something about danger and then my name right before that happens to me.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And he's in the basement at the time. And I'm up on the third floor when I start getting dizzy. No, I was up on the fourth floor. And I go down to the third, and then they ask me if I want to go to Ulathorn with them. And I say no, I'm going to go sit in command center. And that's why I started feeling like crap. And I started trying to leave. And he picked me up and put me up against the wall and said, "You're not leaving till we figure out what's wrong with you, bro." Or something like that. He's like, "What's wrong? I can smell sugar on your breath." I had nothing sugary that entire day. He's like, "I smell sugar on your breath. What's wrong with you?" Blah, blah, blah.
I had no idea people could smell sugar on your breath.
He's really, yeah, cool. But I don't, he's really attuned to that kind of stuff. But anyway,
Huh.
I ended
Well,
up,
I got this thing shared on my profile, and I got you tagged on it. So
yeah,
if he is a friend on your Facebook, you should be able to see this video.
he is.
Okay.
I'll let him know for sure, though. So that's my last incident there. So I made it memorable for everybody, and I decided not to go to Ulathorn that night. I decided to go to the hospital in Canyon City. So I had literally Lamar Hospital, La Junta Hospital, Pueblo Hospital, Colorado Springs Hospital, and Canyon City Hospital, all in the valley here. So
So suffice it to say, you get around a little bit.
Yeah, I get around thanks to my medical condition.
Yeah,
I've had
just not in a way that you would want to get around.
right. I've had plenty of experiences in that place too. I would like to talk about my last one if I could. My very last one. Because this place is no longer open to the public. They are remodeling the inside to make it a hotel, motel slash boutique shops on the bottom floor. Blah, blah. I hope they get haunted into oblivion, by the way. But so I was privileged enough to be part of the last group ever to be able to explore and whatever investigate this place. So again, a little bit of a flashback. Abigail. You know who Abigail is, right? You heard about her. You know the story. The little girl on the fourth floor, the shadow.
Is she the one that's supposed to be playing with the dolls in that room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Believe it or not, again, up to you. If you, I've never really had any interaction with her except maybe a few giggles. And when I was doing the video for Dennis, I caught some stuff, including a cookie thing when they were talking about making cookies one night. I heard a cookie EVP. Okay. Anyway, I always tried to play with her. One night when I was there with a group of people up on the fourth floor, we decided to go no technology, just go bare bones, see what we could catch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That way, you can't say, oh, well, that was your phone buzzing. Or so I step into one of the rooms, I turn around, I see essentially what would be a grown up version of Abigail in the period dress, but it just gave off this evil vibe. And I was just like, my literally, it's the only time my jaw dropped and I could not talk. Usually, I could be like, Jeremy, get your ass over here, or Nick, come get scared, whatever. And that time, I was just like, and I finally was able to point and say like one of the people with me was named Cody. I was like, Cody, and I looked, and when I pointed at it, it backed up and like went poof and disappeared. Okay, I'd never seen it or heard it again. I'd been there probably 6 or 7 times since. Always tried to recreate the incident. Never happened. Flash to the last time. They had that top floor gutted except for support post. I go up there and I say something like, I can't remember the exact wording. I was respectful, but I was like, if you're the big thing that scared me that one time when I was here, can you give me a sign? I hear like a against one of the support posts. So I walk over there like, can you touch me? I feel like a touch from my elbow to my wrist. Okay, I'm like, I'm satisfied. It was that big scary thing and it was trying to scare me. Whether it was Abigail growing up or another spirit, demon, whatever that lives there, because there's lots of things in that place, as you know. So when I get to the hotel and go to take a shower, as I take off my shirt from here, my neck to my here, I got a scratch, like a fingernail scratch.
Oh, that's interesting. You didn't tell me about that part.
Oh, I never told you about that? I thought for sure I had. And that's why I got that green. Well, that green pictures from downstairs when we first started was the green laser that I sent you that one time.
I am actually looking at that right now. I was trying to remember if that was the picture that you had, because there was a few pictures you had sent me. The one with the laser I've got, that was the last one,
Yeah,
as far as the paranormal goes. But
yeah,
then you had also sent me another picture that's blue, that I think is at the Abbey, and another one that's like a regular lighted picture where you had um, circled something, like I think you were trying to circle a shadow figure. No, a light.
yeah. I think that was from somebody who'd sent me one, and I was curious what you thought. The green lasers was from me. Just I took it. I just snapped it. The people with me took were all behind me, and they turned it on. They had their own little. I was like, turn on whatever equipment you want, because the other experienced members went up to the fourth floor. to
Yeah.
check out that because Abigail and they wanted to pay their respects. And so I came out of the nun's room in the basement. No one will know what that is, but it's near this side of the building. It's basically like below my left shoulder, behind my left shoulder. And they had it on, and I just like, for some reason, I never take a picture with this phone. I took a picture with the phone, and you know, you can either show it to them if you want or not, but you can make of it what you want. Some people think there's stuff there. I like to let people guess.
Yeah,
Some people something
because
up
I'm trying
front.
to remember what some of these are. Because I'm looking at one right now. I went through our chat and found where it's dark in there, but it's got some kind of a blue light and what look like the eyes of the Green Goblin all the way at the end of the hallway.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
there's some cool stuff that has went on in that place. So I'm sad that we can't investigate it anymore. I'm happy for Dennis moving on with his life and being
yeah,
happy.
that was such a shame because he put so much of himself into that building.
Yeah.
And
The
even at the very end, when everything went to hell, he was still giving it his all.
He was fighting his ass off for that place.
I know. Um,
God bless him until he couldn't, until he just got mad and posted posted that video that made him mad where they just said, nope, no more.
no, I can't blame him.
I no. I mean that was his life and soul, but it's good he's out of there and he's living the good life on the road now. So
Yeah, well, yeah, because I remember a couple of years ago he was saying that he wasn't too sure he was going to live another year,
yeah.
but he was under a tremendous amount of stress, and now that I think that stress has been lifted, it's given him a new lease on life.
Yep.
Because he looks a lot better last time I seen a picture of him than he did back then.
Yeah, totally. I mean he looks so much healthier and so less stressed and
Yeah,
less
because he looked
he
like
still
he was
checks on
already
me
feel older.
and I still check on him and
Yeah, I have not talked to him in a long, long time.
he's in Alabama right now. So
Oh, so he is same state as Catherine, one the Alabama chapter of the team.
yeah, he's in southern Alabama right now. But yeah, he's basically got a basically the same kind of setup, but with just some friends of his that he'd met through this place, I believe. And so he just stays on their property, and anytime he wants, like if he wanted to drive back up here, he'd load up his vehicle and come. If he wanted to, you know, go to Indiana and hang out with you, he'd go to Indiana and hang out with you. Or
I know that he was talking about coming up to Indiana. I don't know if he ever did.
yeah, I'm not sure. I know for a while though he didn't post or do anything for about 3 or 4 months, and
Yeah,
of course, when I had my stuff, I just kind of got away from. I'd chat with friends, and that was about it. I really didn't scroll through Facebook and look for videos. And,
yeah. I try to minimize my Facebook time nowadays. It seems like I'm spending a little more time on Reddit these days.
nice.
Yeah, I and I never even started getting into that until a year ago.
Right? I'm always behind, it seems like.
Yeah, like
Uh,
right now, I'm trying to build up the Richard Marx community in Reddit. Not working out so well
yeah, I can imagine, but yeah.
because everybody's on the Taylor Swift one.
Right, right.
But I can't say I blame them. She is the biggest artist in the world right now.
Yeah, I mean, jeez. Or
Um,
16 point something billion or something.
she's I know she is a billionaire.
Yeah.
Um,
I can't remember exactly what it was. I saw something on it the other day. I can't remember exactly. But
she
yeah,
she was actually a billionaire before she started the Eras tour,
yeah,
and then she either doubled her wealth over that tour or tripled it, something like that.
yeah.
Yeah. But when you sell 5 million albums in a month and a half,
You're doing something there. I
yeah,
mean,
you're doing something.
good,
Um,
bad, or indifferent. You're doing it for. I mean, people are buying, so
yeah. Well, she is basically our generation's Michael Jackson.
yeah,
That's how I equate it to, because
yeah.
nobody has seen that kind of stardom since Michael. We've had some close ones, but nothing on that level.
What's Jill say? I speak
Um,
to the spirits or dead. Okay, yeah, I can go with that, Jill, for sure.
how many times have you investigated the Abbey?
Probably about 10. I would think of 10 to 12 off the top of my head that I can
Wow.
think of. And
So
then there's been a couple informal ones because of my job. I'd be at my job and they'd be like, "Hey, we got something to go to Canyon City. You don't want to go to Canyon City by chance, do you?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I'll go to Canyon City. I got something else I can do there." So those 2 or 3 times that happened, and it was just like an informal, like Dennis would already be up in command, and I'd just walk up there, and he got a non-believer to believe, putting him down in the potato cellar.
oh, wow.
So, or the chair room, one of the two. I can't remember which exactly he put him in, but
Did you ever go to the prison museum that's on the other side of the city?
no, that's next on my list whenever they have something, or next time I can figure out how to get in because I want to so bad.
It's really cool. We went there in between our 2 or 3 days that we were at the Abbey. It is really cool there. They actually have a
Gas chamber.
what is the gas chamber too. That was outside.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a section where they were displaying the artwork of the prisoners.
Oh, neat.
Um, like one prisoner had built like a it's like a large it's the size of a dollhouse. It's not out of matchsticks or popsicle sticks,
Oh, wow.
and it's huge. And the amount of work he really,
That's amazing.
yeah, he this whoever it was really took a lot of care in it. Then there was also where they had made license plates.
Yeah.
um, I think some of them did sewing.
Yeah, that's possible. There's one like 35 minutes away from here. They don't do it anymore, but it allowed them to make extra money because they could sell to the public. And my mom bought one, like the wells that you see in the yard, not the real ones, but just the decorative wood wells that are like 3 foot
Yeah,
tall or so. My mom bought one. It's still sitting in our backyard. So,
I wouldn't mind putting a well in my front yard. Those
yeah.
things are pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty neat.
Yeah.
And I think my sister ended up with one too because she really liked it. So she commissioned another one through 'em. She worked at the prison at the time. So
Speaking of prisons, how close are you to that maximum prison?
that's real close to Canyon, actually. That's in Florence. That's like 50. So I'm probably about 2 hours away, 2 hours, 10 minutes or so.
I don't know. Even though it's a maximum security prison, I would still have some uneasy feelings about being so close to it.
Yeah, I would rather be, honestly, from all the studies I've done, I'd rather be like living in the town next to it than here. Because
Really?
if it happens, they typically flee further away than stay in the area. So,
Yeah, that I guess that would make sense.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm safe here too. They're not going to be like, oh, I got to go find Chris's house and kick in a door and take one of his swords or something and just go steal. But
Or
you
they
know,
kick in the random house just to get inside somewhere.
yeah,
The chances of them breaking out of a maximum security prison is very slim.
especially that one. That one is like super max. If we're talking the super max one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That one is like, oh my god, if you break out a bit, you're You're like Lex Luthor or something. I mean, it's,
I know. Well, considering some of the names of the peoples that they have there, I know they got a couple people that were behind the 9/11.
yeah. They
Uh,
got, or used to be the Oklahoma City bomber was there, I believe.
he was there.
I believe so at one point, or one of the bombers. Maybe one of the Oklahoma City. It might have been the other guy that bombed something a couple years later or before. Anyway, yeah, there's been a whole bunch of nasty people in there.
I know that McVeigh was.
Hey, that's what I was thinking of. Sorry.
Yeah, I know that he was in Terre Haute, Indiana, because that's where his execution was.
Yeah.
Um,
So maybe he was not. Maybe it was the other bomber guy. But anyway,
well,
yeah, there's been
I know
a bunch
that
of
a lot of
nasties.
times they don't always stay in one prison the whole time.
Yeah, there's been a bunch of nasties, and you
Yeah.
have to earn your way out of this one by doing good. And I was like, how can you? You only get an hour of free time a day, so and it's by yourself. So
You get an hour outside of your cell.
yeah, and the windows are about as big around as a computer screen, and they face up like at a 45-degree angle, so you can't see anything. And
Yeah,
I would not want to be stuck there.
yeah,
For,
probably not, especially if everything's made out of concrete, so you get no comfort.
yeah,
Um,
so very
Tell
nice
us
there.
about your upcoming trip. You got a real exciting location you're going to here in a month, 2 months,
End of the month.
end of the
Uh,
month.
on the let me look, and I'll tell you maybe I'll tell you the exact date. Do I have it? Sorry, Queen Mary on the 30th or the 31st. I can go either one still
Oh,
of this
damn.
month.
So you're basically spending New Year's Eve out there.
Yeah, I'm spending New Year's Eve out in California. Yeah,
Wow.
one way or another. Going to Queen Mary, Disneyland. It's gonna be. I'm gonna be out there like 4 or 5 days, so I'm gonna do a couple things. Obviously, not just Queen Mary, but it is just the haunted walking tour thing. It's not a actual like I would do here, where I could walk in with my equipment and explore. So not quite as cool as I wanted to do, but it is what it is, and it's what I can do this time, and get some contact information, and maybe go back as a investigation sometime.
Oh man, you're going to be right there in the thick of Los Angeles. Holy cow. That is one city I would not want to be going through.
Yeah, and Disneyland, we're staying not too far from Disneyland, so that won't be too horrible. I'm glad. Probably going to Uber and taxi a lot of it, I think. I don't know. It's up to my sister.
Uh, how how much are the tickets to Disneyland?
Let me see. Again, let me see if it says on here. I don't have my other thing pulled up right now, so
I'm always getting the two mixed up. I can never remember which one is Disneyland and which one is Disney World.
I really don't know. I don't got my thing. I got my ticket for my. I get to go hand build a lightsaber there. That's like $230. So,
Wow.
but then you get to keep it. So, 31-inch blade.
Oh, so that comes with the ticket.
Um, the $235 is just to build the lightsaber and keep it.
Uh, okay.
So I'm not quite sure. I'll have to look. I'm not sure offhand. It's on my other app that's not wanting to play nice right now.
So are you going to be able to see the Hollywood sign? Actually, is that sign still up? I never heard if it was damaged during that fire last year or not.
I think that's up. If you drive north from LA 3 hours, that's where I am right after Baker. Okay.
Yeah, because I know the Hollywood sign would be really cool to see.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on, me. Actually, I think the Hollywood sign is not where I think it was.
I think it's still up, but I'm not sure because something said you could go see it, but from a distance now you can't drive up close anymore or something like that.
Yeah.
'Cause there used to be a spot where you could drive like right underneath of it and look up at it, and I think they,
Oh yeah, way back when.
yeah, now you have to. Well, what I saw was the Griffin Observatory said you have to look at it from us basically now.
Oh, I actually just found that when I was looking on uh, Google Maps. Here it is, Griffin Observatory. Yep.
Yeah, and that would be fun too, just because I've seen it in a bunch. I've seen it in some movies, a bunch. I think that I can think of a couple. And so
Okay, Joe just said that the Hollywood sign did not burn.
cool. I was trying to find like a cool horror museum to go to, but I haven't found any decent ones yet. I found a generic one that I was like, no, no. It looks like something I'd put together in like 20 minutes, honestly. If I had access to like, like a Michael Myers mask and a Freddy glove or something, I was like, no, I'm not going to go to that one.
And and to think the Hollywood sign was originally to advertise a real estate company.
Hollywood Land.
Yeah, Hollywood Land. Yeah,
Yep.
and it fell into disarray, and then 40 years ago, I think a bunch of people got together and decided, hey, we need to bring this thing back up, leave it as Hollywood.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ready for Hollywood. Kind of want to
So
get those steps and what are they? The handprints and all that would kind of be cool too, I think. But
yeah, and there are so many places you can go to in the LA area.
yeah.
Uh, it's just that the traffic is murder out there.
Yeah.
It's every bit as bad, if not worse, as what New York is.
Yeah. It's horrible. I've been looking at stuff and I'm like, God, I hope we either Uber or she drives. She lives in Denver, so she's used to, I mean, I know it's bigger than Denver, but she's used to all that kind of crap. I'm like little old Lamar, which is like 7,000 people total. So, and
Yeah.
I
So
don't mind Springs, but when you get in Denver, I get kind of like,
yeah, well, just being on the interstate driving through Denver is enough for me.
yeah, exactly. Okay, so yeah, that's right. You've done that. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, it's when I'm on my way to Vegas. Now,
yeah.
Reno, I don't have to really worry about that. I'll still be going to Greeley, but when I leave there, I'll be going up to Loveland, and because I'm going back up to Wyoming.
Oh, nice. So, yeah.
Yeah, but in March, I'm going to hate it because March is a bad time in Wyoming
Yeah.
because it seemed like every year I was going through some sort of a snowstorm.
Right. Well, if
Yeah,
you time it right, you can go see the biggest ball of twine in the world in Nebraska, and whatever.
actually, I think that is out of the way. Um,
And that one play, the Corn Palace.
yeah, the Corn Palace. I think it's right on the northern border of Nebraska. I think
Yeah.
I was looking. There's a few places. No, no, no. The Corn Palace is further up north. I think, like South Dakota.
Yeah. My favorite pier, Santa Monica Pier. Santa Monica Pier, wasn't that the one at the beginning of Three's Company or the end of it or something? Because they always talked about going to Santa Monica Pier.
The only Santa Monica that I'm familiar with is the Savage Garden song.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's talking about her piers in California. Jade,
Uh,
Jill. I know a couple Jades too. Sorry, Jill. Come and knock on my door. We've been waiting for you.
um, Yeah, I wouldn't. If it wasn't for the traffic, I would love to come out and check out Los Angeles, especially to go check out some of the filming sites that they had. Or let's see, 30 years ago when my parents and I were in LA, I don't know if they're still doing this, but they used to have a bus tour where they would drive you by the movie stars' homes.
Yeah,
I don't know if they still do that.
I'm not sure. Well,
Uh,
we can drive out there, up there by Jill, and she can take us then. She can drive.
Jill's way up north.
I know she said she's 3 hours north of LA or something. She said a little bit ago, I think.
Well, she's in San Francisco. And let's see how long that is to LA.
If you drive north from LA 3 hours, that's where I'm at, right after Bakersfield, she says.
She is 6.5 hours away from LA.
Wow.
Yeah. She's actually a lot closer to Reno. I'm trying to talk her into coming out to Reno and seeing me when I come out there in March.
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
So if I can jump back to paranormal for a minute.
Yeah, let's do. Oh, we only have 5 minutes left of the show.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Um, well, you can't see it on here, but Ula Thorn Hall. This is my first ever experience doing this place. It was the dormitory for this place where all the kids stayed. You know that, I'm sure,
Mhm.
but I was letting everyone else know. It's again right off screen, this side of the screen. It was my first ever. I went upstairs. They have a small kitchenette up there. I walked out. I walked back a little bit, and I turned to go back in the kitchen. A paper towel roll rolled off the cabinet. Whatever, it happens. Wind, whatever. I'm debunking in my head, right?
Okay.
My flashlight turns off. I'm like, whatever. Battery goes out. Coincidence. And then right over my shoulder, but there's a door right here. Like you've opened a door, and you're standing right next to it. But right over my shoulder, I hear, Kris. Just a small little whisper. I heard it. Chills down my spine. My friend was with me. I was like, dude, did you hear that? I thought I heard your name, but I wasn't sure. He was in the next room. No big deal. There's some girls over at the other end of it. I go talk to them, and she says, I heard somebody scream your name. I heard it as a whisper. My other friend thought he heard it. He was a little further back. They heard it scream. So I think something next to them was saying my name loud. People always say I have some kind of weird connection to paranormal slash spirits. People that, like mediums and stuff. I'd have no idea.
Denise?
Anyway, hi, Denise. I don't know who you are, but hi, Denise.
Uh, Denise and Ernie, they're the ones that I had actually stayed with at the Ditto House.
Oh, cool.
They used to be the tour guides for Waverly,
Oh, awesome.
and now they are with Fort Duffield.
Nice.
Yeah,
I still got a lot of bucket list.
we've had Ernie on multiple shows over the years.
I have a lot of bucket list stuff I still want to do, and that's some of them. Winchester House is another one just because I want to check it out. And that's a paranormal. I just want to see and if paranormal happens,
Oh
cool.
man, that would be trippy going through
Yeah,
that house.
that'd just be trippy to walk through it. And if paranormal happens, but just to
Yeah,
check it out.
just the house existence is paranormal.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's such a trippy place. Oh,
but
my favorite ghost hunting weapon, a sword. No, I'm kidding. It's a holy sword. So,
okay, there, there it is. Oh yeah, type in the real Ditto House
the real
when you look it up on Facebook. Because if you don't put in real, it'll lead you somewhere else.
bunch of crap. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've gotten it before too on other things.
Yeah. Well, with them, they've actually had it lead people to another part of their neighborhood instead of their house. Because there's another house in that neighborhood that had also been known as the Ditto House.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
Yeah,
really weird
that's
the way
weird.
that works out. But I just love their little town. It's so much like a place that I would want to live in. And they actually have like a pole that marks the different floods that they had
Oh
over
wow.
the years. Yeah, and when you go up there and you see that top mark from however long ago, it's like this whole area was that filled with water, and then it got surpassed last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of when our town got flooded. I'm just like, and that was way long before I was born. But I'm just like, wow. Hey, look what Denise says. She has houses for sale.
Yeah, but I'm in no position to move though. I would love to, but
Where you
I'm
take $30 a month from him.
that's about what it would take.
No Subway, no pizza for a month, Jeremy. I
Actually, I have. Let me see. I think it's been close to a month since I've had pizza.
had one for lunch, just a small personal sized one, but
Yeah.
yeah.
No, there's actually. It's not a house. It used to be a bank.
Ooh,
Um, just down the road from them. It's on a corner.
yeah.
The way that is built, the front door is not actually a front door. It's at the corner of the house.
Oh, oh,
It's like a corner entrance. I love houses like
yeah.
things like that.
Ours is different. Ours is on the side of the house, but it's the front door. But it's like underneath the carport. Just a little bit different, but the
Yeah.
front of the house is like completely solid. There's some windows, but yeah. I've had stuff in this house happen too, paranormal wise too.
Oh, the place that I'm talking about with that door in
Yeah.
the corner, she's saying is empty now.
Well, there
Oh,
you go. You
just
start moving your stuff slowly over there, and
yeah. I don't think my workman's comp location would appreciate that very much.
right, yeah,
Yeah. Otherwise, it might be in serious consideration there.
right. I've had coolers thrown in this house, like
Ooh.
picnic coolers thrown down the hallway. I had three of them stacked up, ready to go for my job as a medical courier.
Uh huh.
The dogs were outside. I had the door shut so they couldn't come in, and I hear. I'm like, "What the hell's that?" I walked to the edge of the hall. The hall's like an L shape.
And
One was still there, and the other two were clear at the other side, like on their side, like they got thrown. I've had when I this out of this bedroom when I lived in the bedroom right next to it behind the Abbey now, but behind the wall behind me. I used to sleep in that room. I heard something come out of this room, walk down the hallway, turn like it went to the kitchen, come back down, and this door shut. So I
have you
got
have you
this.
ever considered that maybe you might have something attached to you, or maybe something attached to an item that you have with you all the time?
I have. I seriously don't have anything that like connects all these, like an item that like I would have where it would be here or at the Abbey or wherever else when stuff happens. But I have thought about something attached to me, and but like I said, I mean, people have told me like things like not attached to me, but like I'm a magnet for them. I'm a magnet for like paranormal stuff to like come at me, and
Well,
so
you should definitely get with Adrian and work with her on that because she had been learning a whole bunch of different things.
yeah.
So you should definitely try to get with her and
I
see what
mean,
you figure
yeah,
out.
unless they can jump from phone to phone.
Hmm?
My phones change about every 2 years when I break them. So otherwise, I'd have the same phone for probably 8, 10 years, but I end up breaking them somehow.
And yes, Ernie and Denise do live in what is considered the most haunted house. And I've stayed there.
Is
Uh,
it haunted? I think I've. You've,
they have a wonderful house. They really do. Parts of the house is built from a ship.
oh,
Yeah.
I think I've seen you or talked or heard you talk about them, or somebody talk to them.
Oh yeah. I've had Ernie on several episodes of 13th Dimension and Supernatural. It's been a while. Actually, really need to get him back on. I've tried to get Denise to come on. She won't do it. She
Come on,
doesn't
Denise. I
like.
can do it. Anybody can.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't like being on camera. Um, but no, I wanted to talk to her about superheroes when
Oh,
I was going through that thing about you know getting away from the paranormal and talking about what else interests our investigators besides the paranormal. Like when I had Greg Bakken on, we were talking about Doctor Who.
oh, awesome.
Yeah, that was that was actually one of my more favorite episodes I've ever done. That
Doctor Who.
particular one because that was just so interesting.
I haven't watched Doctor Who since I was like 10 years old, probably on a regular.
So
So it was. I can't think of his name. He had the curly hair and the actor. I can't think of his name, but
the only name that I know of that was Doctor Who is Matt Smith.
yeah, it was before him.
Yeah, that's the
And
only name that I know.
superheroes we could talk about too on another one if you really want to. I could go on forever about them too. I like comics and
Well, I definitely do want to do an episode at some point talking about comic books and superheroes and seeing. Yeah, Ernie doesn't know shit about superheroes.
I have. I don't know if you know who Guardians of the Galaxy are, not the movie, but
Yeah,
the comics that came out like in the late '80s, early '90s. Guardians.
yeah. No, I actually didn't know anything about them until the movies came out.
Okay, so I have the number one edition that came out then uh, in plastic with the covering or the cardboard and
Oh, that could be worth some money.
never been opened.
That could,
My friend gave it to me. He was a comic book collector. He's like, if this ever opens, I don't care where I'm at, I'm magically transporting and kicking your ass.
yeah.
But I've always liked comics too. So yeah, we could do comics. We could do superheroes. We could do a wrestling thing. Although I know you got another show for that. But
I got another show, and Donald and I have actually talked about another wrestling show that we've been kind of developing but haven't done yet. Although we've tested out the premise of it, but it's just timing.
yeah,
Um, a a lot of it is on his end because of his job.
right. No, I get that.
Yeah, and it frustrates the hell out of him. 'Cause
Right.
we're ready to do a show, and then he'll message me. It's like, dude, I can't make it. I'm either at work or he got called in one time recently. We were going to do a show, and he got called in the night before, and holy cow, you know,
Bless him for that work he does. By the way, bless him for that work he does.
yeah, that's where I'm lucky with mine is that I can pretty much make any kind of commitment and be able to stick to it. For
Yeah.
somebody like him, he makes these commitments and then it's like, holy cow, I just got called in or something. Because I remember them days. I hated those days.
Yep. I like a set schedule. I like mine because I could tell her like 2 days and like
Yeah.
if I'm off right now because it's college break as well. But like if I like said I need it off next Tuesday, she'd be like, fair, okay, cool. But
Well, that's why I got lucky when I was asking you about this week, and oh yeah, I'm off this week.
yep,
Super.
I'm off. So,
Yeah,
sometime in January. I can't remember the exact date, but it's like January whatever the second or first Monday in January is. I don't know what
Mm,
it is offhand. January 5th or
First
something.
Monday, January is the 5th.
Yeah, so I'm up to like the 5th.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's
That's the 1 year episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix.
ooh,
Yeah.
that's when John Cena should have retired right there.
Yeah. Well, I,
You can't see him behind me right now. No, I'm kidding.
I keep hoping something's going to happen where he's going to, like, I know they've been spitting around this whole thing with The Rock.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like, you can't retire. Your soul is mine.
that'd be kind of cool.
It would be cool. And because WWE posted about it, I was like, well, shit, that's not going to happen now.
Yeah, I like the meme I saw on Facebook. It said John Cena sits down to announce between these two guys, and they both slip on Nexus armbands and beat the crap out of him. And it was God, I can't remember who it was now. Wade Barrett and CM Punk, I think. And I
I,
was like, that'd just be the most awesome thing.
no, I hadn't seen that one. I,
Yeah,
I I just see the latest one that I've seen is the one with him, Brock, Batista, um,
Randy.
and Randy Orton. Batista is all gray. John is mostly gray. It is basically about the class of 2001 or
Yeah,
2002.
that
But
was a
they're
great
missing
class.
Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah,
They're missing Shelton. Now, granted, he wasn't like on the success level as the other four were, but damn,
I always liked him.
yeah, he's probably more athletic than those four are.
Yeah, in terms of actually athleticism, yeah.
Yeah,
He didn't have the charisma of a Cena or the strength of a either of the other two or the
no,
dad connections of Randy.
but
But
when it talks about wrestling ability, he's up there.
he's up there, and he could do some things. He made some of those TLC matches, and
Yeah, and not many wrestlers can jump onto the top rope from the mat.
yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, LA Knight's the only other one that I can think of right offhand that can do that.
Yep, and the super kick he took from Sean.
Yeah, that was
Yes, we know it's fake, people, but awesome. Right.
how that didn't kill him. I don't know, because when you look at some of these things in slow motion, it's like, damn.
Still, you still see like the jaw and the skin move, and
Well, they just showed one on AEW where Kyle Fletcher kicked Mikey Speedball,
yeah,
where he did the two turns to get ready to do like some sort of a spin kick, but
yep,
Kyle caught him right in the jaws. Oh,
yeah, that looked pretty brutal.
it did. All right, Chris, we are quarter after now.
We're quarter after. We went over time, but
Yes,
hey, it was
but
fun.
that's okay. That's okay. That's why I like this whole Netflix thing because I can fast forward through that 4 minute annoying commercial thing that they do,
Yep,
so I can get caught up real quick.
there you go.
Yeah. Oh, Denise's birthday is on January 6th.
We
We
need a celebration.
we need a celebration. You're damn right, Denise. We do need to celebrate.
Celebrate. So that'd be on a Tuesday then.
Yeah, that'd be on Tuesday. Get get cool in the game. Come out there and play celebration.
There you go. That's always a good song.
That song is actually on the National Registry.
Is it? Wow.
It is. It was deemed as aesthetically important, something like that. Man,
Okay,
that
I can
song
see
is
that. I
yeah,
always liked it.
yeah, it's actually on the National Registry. I just found that out today, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I was going down the list because I was interested in seeing. what was all on there. Like Franklin D. Roosevelt, he's got four speeches on there. Yeah.
Wow.
So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go ahead and call it a day. Thank you so much for playing along with us. Next week is going to be, providing anybody comes, it's an open invitation. Next week on 13th Dimension is the Christmas episode because I'm not going to be doing anything on the following 2 weeks. So next week will be the Christmas episode. And
Oh,
then, actually, no, I take that back. The Friday after New Year's Day, I think that's January 2nd. I will be doing a New Year's Day edition.
nice.
Yeah. But next week, I'm going to be doing a Christmas episode, and also we'll be re airing on Christmas Day the 13th Dimension Christmas episode special that we did way back in the first season. This is season 6. So 5 years ago, when we did our Christmas episode, it was myself, Tim, Scott, and Crystal. Uh,
Wow.
that was a really, really good episode where we talked about all different kinds of myths and legends around Christmas, and then talked about our
Yes.
family traditions and this, that, and the other. It was such a fun, wonderful episode.
That's cool.
It was cool. Um, and we have a lot of laughs on that too. Especially there in the beginning. You have to watch the first 5 minutes of it. It's so much fun. All
Awesome.
right. So tell
Well,
everybody where they can find you if you want them to find you.
if you want them to find me, I'm on Facebook pretty much and Instagram. Kris Bender, Binder, if you want to spell it that way, Binder. Not hard to find.
So how do you pronounce it?
On this side of Colorado, we pronounce it Binder. On the other side of Colorado, they pronounce it Binder. We've always pronounced it Bender on this side, but my cousins have always pronounced it Binder. So
Which is the correct one?
I don't know. It's German. So and it's like I always got told like a bookbinder. So but we've always said Bender. So
Now I can start associating you with Bender on Futurama.
there you go. That's what a lot of people do.
It,
But he spells his BE and mine is Binder, like a bookbinder or a
yeah,
three ring.
that's how I saw it as Binder. I never would have guessed that it was Bender.
Yeah, and that's fine. I don't care. I mean, either way, I answer to it as long as I know you're referring to me. If you just say Mr. Binder and there's like 18 people in the room, I might not respond unless I know it's towards me. But
Okay.
Binder is just an easy way to spell it, Binder. And Chris, just like my name right here. Named after Chris Christopherson, by the way. So,
Okay.
with the K.
Cool.
Blame my mom.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Chris, thank you so much for being on the show. Uh,
Enjoyed it very much.
yeah, it because I had seen you on other shows, but it usually always as a co-host. I've never actually seen you as a guest, so I thought it's time. Let's get him on.
I'll always guest for anybody. I enjoy it. I've hosted, I've co hosted. I'll guest anytime anybody wants me to on any program. That goes for anybody out there too. Just let me know.
Excellent. All right.
Wrestling, sports, all of it.
Excellent. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for playing along with us and sticking around.
We're just on time by Nick time. We're getting done just in time.
Oh, and Adrian wanted to be in the audience, but she's at a Christmas party right now.
Right.
Well, no, she explained it last night.
Yeah, I heard her. I heard her.
Yeah, she explained it.
Thank you, Jill.
Oh boy. Okay. Um, so everybody out there, be safe this weekend. I know for some of us, we're supposed to be getting some snow. It keeps changing back and forth. I know. Chris has been in a speedo because it's been 70 degrees out there lately.
Yeah, it was like 74 yesterday.
Yeah, how does that work? It's December.
I know. It's 43 right now.
Jeez, what a swing!
I know. And then like watch because I said that it'll like snow like in the next 2 days or something. But
Yeah, we're supposed to be getting snow most of tomorrow and part of Sunday morning.
no,
So we're
nothing below 25 and up to 68 by the end of next week.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to be in the 40s at the tail end of next week. Yeah.
And then a couple weeks after that, I'll be out there by Jill, so I don't know how hot it'll be out there.
Oh yeah, it'll be 70. I don't think it gets cold in LA.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't.
to them it does, but
Yeah. Oh, she said it was 50 today. It's a miracle.
it's been Cali cold. Yeah, exactly. They'll
Yeah.
complain. When I lived in Phoenix, they would do that. They're like, "It's cold here," and I'm looking around. It's like 75. I was like, "This ain't cold, y'all."
I, I've lived in Florida. I've lived in Arizona, so I understand what state code is.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get it.
yeah. I
So,
lived in Phoenix for like 8 months, so yeah, I get
yeah,
it too. So
yeah.
right through their
Holy cow.
monsoon season, I lived through, and then I moved back up here. Right in the middle of blizzard season.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it was
All right.
fun.
We're going to go ahead and call it a night.
I'll
Um,
keep doing this if you keep talking, man. So,
yeah, that's what happens when you get guys like us together. We don't have the ability to shut up.
I know. Good thing Nick's not on here too.
No, if we get Nick on here, we'll be on here for 6 hours.
I know.
That's what Nick and Greg did that one night. Holy cow. And we
But
had
it's
an
good.
audience that entire time.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't understand that, but we had an audience that entire time.
Good night, Jill. Good night, Kate,
Good
Elon,
night, everybody.
everybody.
And if we don't see you on
Happy
some of our
holiday. Merry
future
Christmas.
episodes, have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Be safe. Don't let other people do dumb things either.
Yeah, that's the thing we got to worry about.
Yeah. I
All
always
right,
say,
everybody, have a good night, and we will see you next time.
goodbye.